What's up everybody, welcome back to YouTube channel. This video will determine what ends up happening to my channel. You know, I am a small creator coming up, and for some reason the UK wants to take everything from us. All because they want to push their agenda, their propaganda, and now my channel is at threat of never making it out. You know, I was so close to 1,000 subscribers, I was right there. And of course, something had to happen. Thanks, UK government. You know, you're really saving everybody else. In all seriousness, I don't actually know how bad it will affect my channel, but this is basically going to affect everybody. You know, everybody who watch, everything. And it's getting scary because it's like they're trying to censor stuff and they're only wanting to push stuff that they want to show. That's something we don't want. You know, we want to be able to express ourselves and give opinions on what we believe in. Even if they do something wrong, we should be able to call it out. But enough with the intro. That's right, guys. Today, we are watching Will YouTube Stand on Business? Now, shout out to Charlie. Usually, I don't watch his videos here. But this one was one of the ones I have to because I don't exactly know the full details on what goes on YouTube. And I just saw the video, so I'm like, you know what? Why not? Let's watch it.
Tell you what, sports fans, that heat wave blasting through the UK must have melted neurons. I mean, just torched frontal lobes in the UK government. Vampires at the top of the food chain in the government over there have put forth a proposal that they're now going to be going to consultation over around YouTube and how it is urging the platform to prioritize the official trusted UK sources over others so they can drown out voices they don't like or sources that aren't big thumbs up from the UK government. Ah, yes.
I don't understand that. I understand if you did it to your own, like, country, but the fact that it's affecting us all, like, dude, like, it's like the old people that are about to die out, they just want to leave us in disaster. They're like, oh, well, I made it up. I got the billions. Let me cut off the bridge. Matter of fact, let me explode it. I don't want nobody getting near here by the time I'm already dead. It's like, dude, they're the grittiest and the scummiest people we have on this earth. They are the first ones that deadass gotta go.
Always great news when something like this is attempted. Very easy to champion in this and give them a big old pat on the ass. Thanks for telling us what we can think and what we can have access to.
See, they want you to be sheep.
They know best. Only approved sources, please. None of that riffraff. Yeah, drown that shit out. Put that shit away. Really, you love to see that. That's what the good guys do, right? No. You usually see that in the movies. The heroes are advocating to get rid of everyone else's voices except their own. Now, the proposal has the stated intention.
Like, I don't do political stuff, but we're getting at a point where even if you try to avoid it, it somehow comes up. And I don't understand why. Like, dude, just let us do what we do on YouTube. Why does the UK gotta step up? Oh, we were trying to say, yo, you can't think that. Oh, you can't say that about us. Like, what does it matter? Like, stick to your political shit over there. Not when people's actual financial stability relies on. Like, for me, I don't think I'll ever be able to hit 1,000 subscribers because of that. By the time this video comes out, I don't know if I even hit 900. And it's all coming to doom because these old people want to ruin everything before they die. And they're masking it all under the, oh, we're trying to protect children. Oh, we're doing this for your safety. No, you're not. Because if you were really doing it for my safety, you would give me those options to choose whatever I want, not what you'd want. Because when you're relying on that type of system, it's never efficient. You can never have 100, 1 million people, thousands of people think the same way you want. Because, for example, I think one way. Is that what the other person's going to think? No, nobody's going to think the same way I do. Even if I show them and give them facts about whatever, you know, I'm trying to show, they're never going to think the same way. And I'm not going to get mad at them. I'm not going to be like, oh, you know what? You should be in a camp and I'm going to teach you why you're wrong and I'm always right. No, that's not how it works. We have the freedom to choose what we want, regardless if it's bad or good. But that's up to us. That's free will.
Boosting the visibility of trusted news sources, and it doesn't just put YouTube in the crosshairs, it is going after multiple social media platforms.
Really?
And they are urging them to do this voluntarily on their own accord, on their own volition. Yeah, like, hey, play nice with us in the sandbox here, and we'll be nice too. But if you don't, bruv, we might just legislate. We might get pugilistic in here. The proposal comes from a document called Watch This Space, a new strategic direction for UK media. It's a green paper published by the Department for Culture, Media and Sport. So it is a consultation document, not a bill. So this is not like a law or anything that's in effect, but it is something that they are opining on. It is something that they are weighing in on.
Yo, dead ass, now that I think about it, if you're in the UK and you're watching this video, I feel so bad for you. Like, imagine being a UK citizen. Dead ass, I feel bad for you. Because not only do you have to struggle with this, but you also got to deal with the censorships of not having a phone, you know, all this, being able to access the internet. Not only are you British, but now you have to go through all this. Quick intermission. Sorry guys, but we are so close to
900
subscribers, and I really want to be able to reach it. So I thought, if we can get to 1,000 subscribers, I will shave my head. That's right, guys. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys subscribe. Anyways, back to the video.
And right now, step one is asking the platforms really nicely to do it themselves. Hey senpai, YouTube, would you be open to the idea of artificially boosting the sources we deem trustworthy that gobble our cock and drowning out all of the other voices, please? No. Yeah, we'd like to really silence them and only amplify ours. Yeah, we're kind of looking to take control of the algorithm itself, and we'd really appreciate it if you guys didn't put up a stink about it. And believe it or not, YouTube's on the right side of history with this one. They are putting up a stink about it. Their response has actually been pretty strong. They are urging creators to push back themselves against this.
Matter of fact, that's why I'm here. As a creator on this platform, I am pushing back in any way I can. Guys, make sure you push back against this. This is not only affecting the big creators, it's affecting us. And not just us, the small creators, but everybody else, because it will determine what you're able to post on the internet. If you hate somebody, you might not be able to say it anymore. If you don't like a certain country that's doing something certain bad, you might not even be able to say that anymore. You know, all of this starts with this, and we must push back as much as we can. We can't let them win. They've already taken so much. They've already won so much. We can't let them win.
They're putting the information in front of the creator's face about like the potential ramifications for something like this going through. Again, it's not like a bill or anything, but even this conversation is one that is deeply concerning to even YouTube, because they recognize that this is a threat to what the platform is supposed to be about.
Good.
So they got their teeth out. They weren't exactly shy here. They lat spread a bit, arguing that these kind of rules would override what viewers actually came to watch in favor of what the government handpicks for them.
Now, yes, there is problems with this. You know, YouTube isn't the best. I still have my problems with them about the AIs and stuff like that, and what gets flagged and what doesn't. I still got my problem. You know, YouTube has many problems. But you know you're in the wrong when even YouTube is telling its own creators that this is wrong. Like, actually, like, you know you are so wrong when even YouTube has to warn other people. Dead ass.
Now, hold your horses. Of course, when it comes to YouTube, there's always the question of how long are they actually going to stick to their guns? Because in the past, they actually have, you know, copped a couple of rare W's in instances and then folded not long after.
They fold a lot. They fold a lot more than win. So they have a history
of not willing to fully see things through when it comes to something like this. And if the UK government tries to big dog them, I think there's a really good chance YouTube just grovels like, oh my goodness, we're so sorry. We didn't mean to be so rude. Yeah, we'll boost them. So we'll turbo boost all of your trusted
which is why we gotta push a lot.
I definitely think there's a chance it ends like that. But I will, just for now, give them their flowers for at least trying to push back and letting the public know about what's going on here. I think that's still very valuable. So this is something that got sent out by YouTube. The UK government is running a public consultation called Watch This Space, a new strategic direction for UK media. The proposals include mandatory changes to how content is discovered on YouTube.
The content to discover is already cooked on here. Like, you really gotta do it. Like, I still, to this day, I don't even know how people are watching my videos. I don't know how they're finding it. I don't know if it's, you know, the thumbnails. Is that what they're picking? Is it the description? Is it just the video in general? Is it getting scanned and it's like, hey, this is entertaining enough, let's push it? I still don't know. But the fact that this video can get buried again, even if I've gotten like a few thousands of views here and there in some of my videos, the fact that I don't think I would be able to see that anymore, because like I said, I don't know how much this will affect, but I do know it will affect everybody. And if the big creators are getting affected bad, now imagine us, the smaller creators, how much that's gonna affect. Like, this is gonna be bad.
This could direct audiences away from your channel. This went to UK creators because obviously they're going to be deeply impacted, because should something like this ever actually get implemented, all the UK creators are going to be pushed to the fucking back rooms here, banished to the Shadow Realm in favor of the UK government's approved, trusted list, where they would then be artificially boosted to increase the visibility, to get rid of the ne'er-do-wells. As a UK creator, this directly impacts your future. Digital content discovery works best when driven by user choice, not...
Like, I'm trying to think, what good does this make? Nobody wants to hear a 56-year-old British man talk about the news getting pushed on YouTube rather than Dan TDM, you know? Would you rather sit there and watch, well, today's news, actually, we are going to be talking about why it's wrong for you to be using a VPN. So if you use a VPN, you might be a pedophile. Or would you rather watch... What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. In today's video, we are doing another Minecraft mod. Anyways, without further ado, let's get straight into it. You know? Like, Density damn near erased everybody. British creators are big on YouTube. You know, they've done a lot. So the fact that you're trying to silence them is crazy. But not just them. Like I said, this extends to everybody. Because this is going to affect anybody that has a UK audience. I'm maybe putting it on the screen if it's here. It's to show you guys, even I, who's a very small creator, have a British audience, you know, so this will affect me. And that's just to show how big the UK on YouTube is. Like, there's a lot of British people here. This is unacceptable. Like, you've done so many to them already. This is actually bad.
This is a vital window for you to share your perspective before the consultation closes on the 31st of August, 2026. Pin the tail on the donkey. That is 100% right. The proposed new rules include a mandatory prominence regime. There's some nomenclature that'll put a smile on your face. Fucking prominence regime.
Just hearing regime makes me sound like propaganda.
RoboCop from the villains. That is actually terminology bad guys use in the movies.
Really?
And here it is.
Yeah, see? Just, that's what I said. When I hear regime, I think of like communist and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, no. Once I hear regime, gang, you already know I'm not on your side.
Just laid bare before you, butt-ass naked. Prominence
Jesus
regime.
Christ.
Legit sounds like some shit out of the original Star Wars trilogy. Yep. Luke Skywalker fighting back against Darth Sidious and the prominence regime. It's crazy to just see that there. This could require digital platforms like YouTube to prioritize and give a privileged position to traditional broadcasters like the BBC, ITV, and Channel 4 in user interfaces.
But it's like, dude, nobody wants to listen to them. Yo, if you weren't getting views at the BBC before, what makes you think you will now? Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to see that. You just mad content creators are taking your viewership. Stick to the new world. This is the new wave. If your news channel cannot get any views, well, too bad. You won't be able to get it just because you want them to get pushed forcefully. That's not how it works.
In user interfaces and recommendation feeds, potentially pushing your content out of sight. Yeah, that's the entire idea. Float all of the trusted sources from the prominence regime to the top and drown out all of the other voices that they don't have on that short list of approved trusted places. Mandating prominence to traditional institutions will impact all other independent digital creators, production companies, and media orgs.
Think about it. If you criticize the UK as a UK creator, yo gang, your whole shit is gone. Even here, if you criticize them, will that get pushed? You know, how is this affecting everything?
Pushing this group forward means pushing everyone else downward. Mandatory prioritization of broadcasters would affect how your content reaches your audience, regardless of what your audience actually wants to see. Reducing user exposure to diverse content and independent creators. Mandating prominence for established media networks would push the UK's diverse mix of independent journalists, educators, and digital-first businesses down the line. Threat to reach and channel growth, your ability to organically grow your community, generate views and revenue, and build a sustainable business is compromised if your content is hard to be discovered, and undermining the creator-audience bond. The consultation neglects/emphasizes trust in the context of legacy broadcasters, implying that digital...
This will it might actually just kill my channel. It's hard enough to pull views. You know, I just did this for 2 years. And now you're telling me all of this when I'm right there at the finish line, I'm about to get monetized soon. That will all get taken away because of the UK. They want to push those boring ass BBC, ITV channels. Are you kidding me? Like, yo, we can't let this happen.
Implying that digital-first voices are less credible, damaging the foundational trust that sustains the creator economy. I'm not gonna lie, seeing YouTube put out something like this is like the episode of SpongeBob where Patrick Star becomes a genius for a day.
Bears?
Like, they got pretty much all of that correct. Like, they are 1000% right about the impacts it'll have, not only on the creator of space, but just on, like, you as the viewer in the UK. You would basically just be ass to mouth, well, mouth to ass on the UK government. You'd mainly only be being exposed to what they approve. They're right. They know what's best. Don't question them. Only consume what they say you need to consume because they know best for you. Don't worry about all of the other independent creators or companies or journalists. Just ours. We're going to bury them so you'd have to really go out of your way in the fucking sticks and mud to find anything that isn't approved. That's the idea. And that like shit is concerning. That shit is alarming. It should be a frightening prospect for anyone. Yeah. And as is always the case with things like this, the scapegoat, the boogeyman they all like to point to for why they need to act now in your best interest to save you is because of dangerous misinformation that people are being exposed to, or like really unsavory, bad.
But like, see, this is what pisses me off. Of course there's going to be misinformation along with actual information. But that's what comes along with the internet. It's the same way we have free will. There's always going to be good, there's always going to be bad. Unfortunately, you can't control that. It's going to happen regardless. This is something you can't control. You can try to detain it, but will always explode. It's like trying to contain water contained. It will eventually get out through one way or another.
Bad actors doing degenerate things and scoundrels, that kind of shit. So we have to drown them out. We have to put them 6 feet under with official, trusted sources floating to the top, increasing their visibility so you can't find the other stuff. I've yapped so much about this topic in particular, I don't want to just regurgitate it again. Like, I think it should be pretty clear if you stop to think for even just a couple of moments. This doesn't even really combat that problem or anything, by the way. All that will mean is that people are going to seek out the other shit more because now it feels nefarious and evil if you're trying to force it upon them. Where, like YouTube said, it's not about what viewers want to watch, it's about what the government is allowing them to watch, what they are making them watch, really. Like,
it's already bad enough as it is now. Like, there will be a lot of YouTubers get pushed out there that are like the perfect machine. Mr. Beast, for example. You know, family friendly, biggest channel on the YouTube and stuff like that. He gets pushed a lot more than any other creator. Big creators will get pushed more. So it's already a level of what YouTube wants to push. Now imagine the UK wanting to just push that. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't entirely know outside of the UK if whatever they want will also be shown over here. But I also kind of see the hope in it. I see the fact that they're saying this, just like in any movie, the bad guys don't end up winning. You know, I have hope for the people because, you know, you saw what happened when they try to, you know, put the whole ID thingy on their phones. They started using VPNs. They found ways around it. So I definitely think they will find ways around it if this ends up going through. And I think the best way to go about everything is just, you know, get VPNs, piracy. That's going to be the best thing in our future, is from what I can tell. It will be no longer buying things, accessing things. You're just going to have to find ways around it. You know, VPNs. Even if it's tedious, you are going to have to do it. Unless you want to end up, you know, watching what the government wants you to watch.
What they're showing them and trying to force away, it's going to make people more inclined to seek out the other shit that might be dangerous misinformation or something. Yeah. So it doesn't even actually solve that issue, by the way. It doesn't. Clearly, it only harms everybody. Complete control over the narrative, over the levers and the switches for what information you have access to that makes it into your cranium and penetrates your soul. They want to ensure that they're the ones that get to program you, that you think the way they want you to think. And
like, to do I don't understand why they think we're that dumb. I don't understand. I mean, to be fair, they probably lobotomized everybody in the UK over there with all the rules they gave them. I've seen a story about an old man who spit out a leaf that landed on his mouth. He spit it out and he got arrested for that, or he got fined. And now I understand why the UK government think they can get away with everything, because those poor people at this point, they give up in life. It's like, why even fight it? Yo, if you take a step in the wrong turn, you're getting fined. If you walk in the wrong lane, you're getting arrested. Like, it's bad.
They are requesting so politely, pinky out, great manners, that all these social media platforms just bend over, but fuck the algorithm here in order to improve the visibility of their trusted sources. That way they can push everything else out. The prominence regime. We love that word here. That's great. That's a great word. That's one that everyone gets a big old smile on their face, grinning from ear to ear.
So excited for this prominence regime.
They know it means something so positive for them. And sarcasm aside, there are actually some lobotomites that are cheering this on as a good thing. Because there always is going to be. That's the lesson I've learned over the last,
it will always be one of those
years.
saying,
no matter how objectively bad something is, people will still love it because they are told they should. In this case, by the UK government. So they're more than willing to just blue screen upstairs and mindlessly pump their fist for this, even though it is just blatant.
And it's always those people that don't understand. It's always those people that, oh, no, yes, we need this. You've never been in this shit. You're not even reading it. You don't understand what it means. It's always those people that always want to say yes to everything. With what was going on with Sony and PlayStation. Oh, but you guys don't understand. They were never meant for a long term. We must accept what Sony does, you know. It's digital. Digital's gonna be cheaper. Like, no, shut up. It's not. You're stupid. You don't know.
Blatantly censoring anyone and anything that isn't just on the wiener of the UK government in their good graces with their prominence regime. And let's say you love the names here from their trusted sources. Like, you're a big fan of these organizations, right? And let me just give you a little food for thought. I want to put a little something on your plate here to chew on, a little morsel.
I don't want that food. You can have it, Charlie.
These are the trusted sources now with the current government officials. But government officials are always coming in and out. So who's to say that's not subject to change down the line? And should this actually go through where they get to control the algorithm and what floats to the top and who they censor, who's to say they don't start introducing new ones in here that maybe you don't like? You know, maybe you love these organizations so you're okay with it, but maybe when new government official comes in, they say, you know what, the Sun needs to make this list. We're going to put the Sun here and float them to the top and boost them as the reliable, trusted source.
Jesus.
Like, it's just... No matter who you are.
It's something I brought up earlier, you know? It's like, oh, you can't criticize the UK because once you do, they're going to target you. Or like, for example, one of the officials, it's like the way we call out Trump and stuff. When you call out somebody in the UK, oh, he's going to be like, oh, no, we got to take him down, lower his views, shadow ban him, and let's boost our BBC over here. That's their way to get inside of the internet, and that way they can start introducing new stuff. Because once they're there, they're going to be like, okay, now only certain people can post. Oh, and this time you can actually criticize us for what we do. And you can uncover what we also do. You know, they're going to start introducing all this other stuff to a point where everything will be censored on YouTube. Anytime you talk about the UK, it's going to be like trying to talk about Israel. You can't say too much. You got to censor, you got to blur, you got to do a lot of things just to bypass it.
This is not something you should think is good.
Yeah.
If you just stop and actually think about it. Just under no circumstances should this be something that any normal person views positively. Mm-hmm. Like, why would you want options taken away from you? Exactly. Like, don't you want autonomy? Like, why would you only want to exist in the bubble the government wants you to exist in and never be able to, like, explore other things?
Yeah.
Like, that's
what the internet was.
Sad
you can connect
way
with people
of going
from across
through
the world.
life, being content with something like this unfolding. Anyway, though, thought this was a pretty big deal. Again, I appreciate that YouTube's at least pushing back against this publicly. I would like to see them have this energy throughout the entire process.
Me too.
You know, come consultation. Like, if it all goes tits up and they do try and, like, legislate and force YouTube to make this algorithm change, I would like YouTube to not just immediately go belly up on it.
Yeah,
and conform to it. I would like to see them, you know, maybe try and call them out on it. Like, okay, well, we're not going to compromise the integrity of our platform by doing that. So do what you need to do there. If that's cutting off access to YouTube in the UK, so be it.
Yes, you know, if the UK got to pull a Billy like China did, it might be worth it, gang. Besides, you can use a VPN and just access YouTube. You know, it won't be hard. But anyways, that is the end of the video. You know, shout out Charlie for the news and informing me a little bit more on that. You guys, let me know what you guys think about this and what do you guys think the state of the world will end up in. And if you're in the UK, please let me know what you guys think about this and how bad it will affect you. So let me know all of that down below. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys like and subscribe so this video can get pushed and my YouTube channel can continue to get pushed before this gets passed, because if this does get passed, like I said, this might be GG's. This will be the last time you guys might see me. And besides, if you subscribe, you get to join this amazing group of people. You know, once the ship goes down, I will make sure all of these get a lifesaver and make sure they end up in a new land. You know, I will be sinking with this ship, but at least I will make sure they end up in a safe place and go back to their YouTubers they used to watch before they started watching me. They'll find other YouTubers that deserve the same spotlight as I did. This is truly sad because this is my family. You know, you guys meant the whole world to me. So if anything else happens after this, I will continue to post. Don't get me wrong, I'll continue to post. This is the life I've always wanted. You know, I do it for the love of the game. I don't even get paid for this. But it will be sad because I won't be seeing some of these names for a while. Anyways, take care everybody, and the captain must go and save his ship. Goodbye.